upsells. How expensive was the upsell we installed in your business?
25 grand to 30K.
And how much direct revenue from the upsells would you say you have generated since working with us?
A little bit over $100,000.
The method we use to do the upsells though, how easy would you say the sales, like the sales conversion principles we use are?
It's amazing, and honestly, it was more straightforward than I thought it would be, and like the people close like rather easily. Yeah, the consulting aspect really put 6 figures of extra money into my pocket, like directly attributable to things that you told me verbatim how to do. I've added 6 figures in revenue that I would not have otherwise had. It wasn't like I had to train anybody, talk to anybody. No, he found the talent, trained the CSM, put them in the business, created the backend systems for tracking. I did literally nothing. He just put it all in, and since then, the results have been night and day. Like the churn is basically non-existent at this point compared to what it used to be. It's wild. Like I really think my program right now, I feel like I can stack up like client wins and case studies that, most programs out there, and beat them. Like I frankly don't see a lot of my competitors posting that much social proof about what their clients are doing. Now I feel like that I have the infrastructure to get to a multi-6-figure a month sort of revenue target, where probably a year ago I didn't even think that was like really a possibility, and now it seems like inevitable.
Good to see you. So welcome to the chat. Today we're talking about words to dollars and how we helped you add 6 figures in backend revenue, install a CSM and a client success infrastructure as essentially completely blow up your business. So quickly introduce yourself and then we'll get into the interview.
My name is Ayo, and essentially at this point, the type of business I run is helping people with skilled professionals turn their skills into online businesses, to help them land high ticket clients. So I went from being a writer and freelancer to author, content creator. Now I'm going full on business mode. So yeah, I'm basically a marketing specialist for people with skills who want to use those skills to make money online.
Great. And yeah, we won't get specific right now. For what is it? Is it over a year now or not?
Maybe it's coming up about on a year, because it was around this time that the summit happened, and I started working with you like right after that.
Before you started working with us, like what was your day-to-day looking like, and how do you think it's changed since we started working together?
I think before I worked with you inside of my community, there were a couple different problems I was having. Like number one, the churn that I was experiencing was very high, and I was having to manage everything myself. And when I was doing it, like it's a group coaching program, so I had several dozen clients on my roster, and it was honestly just hard to pay enough attention to them at the same time. And then also I had some content in the program teaching them what to do, but like I didn't have any proper onboarding to get them acclimated. I didn't have like mindset stuff, ways to teach them how to think. I didn't, have expectations set. So it was basically me in the content and just, kind of doing a weekly call and seeing how I could help people. And, the results were hit or miss, and the churn was pretty high. And even the way I had like pricing structure and things, like it caused a lot of churn. But then after like you came in, was number one to help with the clients. That you not only like when I want to tell people like what the level of the installation of the CSM, right? So the client success manager, it wasn't like I had to train anybody, talk to anybody. No, he found the talent, trained the CSM, put them in the business, created the backend systems for tracking. I did literally nothing. To be fair, like sometimes I'm still not even sure how the backend mechanics and plumbing work, because they just work so well. He just put it all in, and like they have a nice dashboard to track all the stats, the progress of the students, where they are, the benchmarks, everything. I had nothing to do with that. And since then, the results have been night and day. Like the churn is basically non-existent at this point compared to what it used to be. Our clients love having the one-on-one access to the sales training and to the things that you've helped me with in terms of the CSM. Even you helped me come up with because the content wasn't even fully fleshed out. Like you actually helped me create a new curriculum for the program. And so you actually came into as basically like frankly like a fledgling sort of like honestly like a 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 thing. Like I was really kind of building it on the fly, like patchwork, and like honestly, it wasn't like really that good. And you came in and got that right, and then even mentally along the part of like because it takes time to like build a better product, and you go through the growing pains. And there was probably like 18 different times where like I was like you had to like talk me off the ledge and like just keep me focused on the mission. And now the product is much better. The client success rate, like you go in our wins channel, there's people posting wins literally like multiple times a day, signing clients. Students are getting crazy results. Night and day, like without exaggeration.
And quickly about student results, a lot of people in the info space think that most of their students are going to buy it and then they're going to fail. We hear that quite a lot in the info space. But have you found that because of the system now is so dialed and the student support is there and they get sales reviews because your students did sales reviews and they have an access to a customer success manager whenever they need and we revamp the whole product. Do you find no matter who the student is, they're succeeding now and not just the top dogs that usually win in traditional coaching programs?
100%. Everyone who we get tapped into the system, we get to follow the system completely, gets results. And like, I love all my clients to death. They're great people. But like I can just tell you from my experience, we've had some clients who frankly were like bad at sales and like bad at a lot of these things where like even in the back of my mind, I was kind of questioning like can we get results for them? But we got the systems locked in that so well that like if they do the system and we've put so much support in there and they tap into it, it's wild. Like I really think my program right now in terms of the type of avatar that I have, where it's more like the beginner business owners and skilled professional type of things. I feel like I can stack up like client wins and case studies that most programs out there and beat them. Like I frankly don't see a lot of my competitors posting that much social proof about what their clients are doing because I don't think they're actually getting them any results. And so a big part of that, I definitely give you a lot of credit for helping me with that. Yeah, 100%.
And it's almost like every day, and like you text me, like, "Hey, Kiri, this person won, this person won." It's like an avalanche of people winning, which is pretty cool. Um, Before we started working together, and it was just you, more or less, like servicing all the clients. How did that impact you trying to market and sell the business while fulfilling? Do you remember what that felt like?
Chaotic, chaotic, and because yeah, like that's the thing. Like you're always there's always that chicken and egg thing, right? Like if you focus too much on marketing and sales, if the fulfillment goes down. If you focus too much on the fulfillment, the marketing and sales go down. And now I can handle marketing all the way because I know that my students are being taken care of. So it's really nice to have that fulfillment part. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm still very active, but in terms of like the day-to-day stuff, like I can walk away from the program for 2 weeks and just with the content, the onboarding, the systems, the tracking, the CSM handling the students, they can get results. They can get results on their own. And some of my favorite parts are where the students will be like kind of just working primarily with Adele as our CSM, and they're just going through working with him one on one, and they're just popping up out of the woodwork. One of our clients, she got to 10 grand a month in less than 2 months. Complete beginner, never posted a piece of content in her life. Got to 10 grand a month in less than 2 months, and it was all pretty much her just doing the content and working with the CSM. Not even a ton of like my direct involvement. So it's nice. It's nice to be able to see that like you can have that machine churning in the background. And so now moving forward, like it gives you confidence too. Like when you know that your stuff works and it delivers, your confidence goes way, way up. Right. So now I can have a sales call with someone. All I have to do is send them an email sequence with overwhelming abundance of social proof that it works. And like they just close, no objections. I can
Yeah.
get someone to close because like I know that it works. I have
Yeah.
zero doubts that it works. So fulfillment leads to the marketing. It makes it
Yes, because you have
better.
confidence. Because you have confidence in your product, and you're like, everyone, I need to get this in people's hands now because it's changing their lives. And a lot of people are hesitant to hire CSMs and hire like just hire talent to help them like fulfill their program. And one of the biggest like objections we get in the agency is, Kiri, how is the CSM going to be able to like help my students? They're not me. And I always say to people, it's a mental barrier to think you're the only one who can help people. So like tell people about the experience with the CSME place in your business. How are they like? Do you enjoy working with them? Are you confident in their abilities?
Yeah, so let me tell you about Adele, right? So Adele's our CSM. Love Adele. Our students love, and when I say love, they love him. They trust him fully. Like, and when he came in, he basically said, I'm gonna brainwash myself on your model. And that's what he did. He literally brainwashed himself on the model. He can teach it almost as good as me. Like he literally like he he brainwashed himself on the model. He's got super experienced and skilled. He can handle things. He can do the role play sessions. He could do it all. And he's got trained in specifically to our system and he can deliver for our clients. And he knows how to speak to our clients. And they love being with him and just the level, even just the level of like enthusiasm that I've had in the community engagement results all got better like with the CSM, and so I could speak from my experience. Like he fit my organization in the program like a glove. He knows how to run my business model and teach my students how to do it 100%.
Yeah, and a little thing that I don't usually speak about too much, I should, is the fact that, as you know, we work with so many different coaches, consultants, and like culture programs, info products. So I've seen a lot in the info world. Quickly talk about what's it like getting consulting from us to grow your own business, not just about the product, as a general holistic business strategy, because of the data we have from about what an info product should do to grow. How has that helped you?
It's helped me a ton, specifically, insights that you've given from me. Like I've been in the info creator world and like there's basically two types of people. There are creators who look like they know how to run businesses, but they're just good at creating content. They have no actual business skills. And then there's people who actually have business skills. And you have taught me more about business skills. Like basically I hired you as the done for you community installation. And then like as an aside, like you kind of consulted with me and mentored the stuff you taught me is like shit I did not stuff. I don't know if I can curse or not, but the stuff you taught me just on the side of your offhand knowledge is better than anything I've ever taken in online courses. So you literally teach me about business stuff constantly. I come to you with all of my little needy questions about everything, and like you help me. And yeah, the consulting aspect has quite literally put six figures of extra money into my pocket, like directly attributable to things that you told me verbatim how to do. I've added six figures in revenue that I would not have otherwise had.
So, talking about future, how do you think having me, the team, and the CSM in your business, how is that going to help you going forward for the next 12 months, do you think?
I have full confidence now that I can ramp up the marketing machine to an insane level without anything breaking. Right. So like maybe in the past I would be worried, like what if like if I onboarded 50 new clients in a month, like could I handle it? Maybe in the past, like the answer would be no, but like now I believe we have systematized things that I could onboard multiple new clients a day to the business and things wouldn't break. So that's so that's what I'm doing, right? So like I wanted to make sure that the back end fulfillment was handled, but now we're going full scale on content. We're gonna start running ads. And so now I feel like that I have the infrastructure to get to a multi six figure a month sort of revenue target where probably a year ago I didn't even think that was like really a possibility. And now it seems like inevitable because I have the system backing it and like you guiding me every step of the way. Like as I've been going to a new income level, you're like, all right, telling me to do this, this, and this. And then even you have helped me even see more potential in myself. And you even sometimes hold me to higher standards than I even hold myself when you're like, nah, you're actually a lot more capable of doing more than you even think. So sky's the limit.
Now, let's quickly talk about upsells, the juicy part, which everyone, it's the main reason people come to me. So, would you want to share the front end price of your product here? You don't have to, but would you be willing to share the front end or not?
Yeah, right now it's at 6 grand for 6 months access.
And so I've got a philosophy in our business where we help people dramatically increase their profit, not the revenue, their profit by installing upsells. How expensive was the upsell we installed in your business?
25 grand to 30K.
And how much direct revenue from the upsells would you say you have generated since working with us?
A little bit over $100,000 in direct revenues.
And the method we use to do the upsells, though, how easy would you say the sales, like mechanic, the sales conversion principles we use are for a 25K product?
It's amazing, and honestly, uh it was more straightforward than I thought it would be, and like the people closed like rather easily. It was pretty surprising, and like these weren't even like big, like B2B. No, these are like B2B normal people clients, not like these are B2C regular everyday human being 25K upsells, which is even more fascinating to see. But yeah, like basically you gave me the framework and I just had to like model it, alter it slightly for my clients, but it was like a template that I could plug my clients into and get 25, 30K upsell. It's pretty wild.
I always believe that you can do these 20 plus K. I always try to advocate every client of mine should have a 20K upsell because I believe as long as the front end product is like dialed in and you've bought in that trust with the client and you've made them money fundamentally, or you've even if you're not selling money, if you're selling some kind of transformation, you've provided that transformation. The secondary offer that you're selling can be a very high figure because they've bought in the trust. And everyone who's bought from you, they attained ridiculous success on the front end. And the success, the success on the back end they've had since buying the upsell, I'm pretty sure they've all made their money back already, which is pretty great. Some of them have like made a lot of money since, which is really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. They give me the front end money, we get them the result, and then we give them the back end money. We completely build out their system for them. And I'm saying we got like we have be like, I'm talking about these are beginner business owners that in a 12-month time span are already at 20K a month on the path to get to 30K a month business. These are complete beginners. Like they've never started a business before. We're getting them. Some of them might start catching up to as much money as I'm making one of these days, bro. Like it's madness. Like it's actually mad.
One weird question, like now you have the upsell money. A lot of my clients, the smaller ones I take, who are like say minus 50K a month or whatever, some of them stress because of when they first work with me, because like they don't make as much on the front end and they're trying to like float a little bit, if you know what I'm trying to say. But then when the back end revenue kicks in, suddenly everything just feels much calmer and like I no longer have to like I'm not floating in the water trying to not drown anymore. Did you feel that because of the profits just on the back end?
Yeah, it helped a lot. It helped a lot when you could round out your income that way. You feel less than like not that you're gonna ever stop the lead gen, but it's always like sometimes you have to like I gotta get new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients. And then when you have that back end revenue coming in, you can kind of breathe, woof off, feel about okay, like we got some things covered. And then like I just the upsell money, back end revenue money. I was like, okay, I got extra money poured right back into marketing. Got some people helping me with the YouTube money to go pour into ads. So like that extra back end money is a lot of the money that I'm using to reinvest. Because like a lot of people would be like, okay, maybe I want to shrink my margins to invest in more capital into marketing. But I didn't really have to shrink my margins. Like my margins went up from the back sell revenue, and so I just poured the back end revenue right back into the marketing, and then we're just gonna do it again and again.
Like when we first worked together, you barely knew me, to be honest. We'd been speaking for a few weeks or at least a month or something. What made you sign with like our company? Like what made you realize, you know what, I have to work with these guys? Do you remember?
I know exactly what it was. Like so, this is when this was when we were. And I'm not saying this to gas you up. I kid you not. This is what happened. So I hosted this virtual summit where I had all these different guest speakers come in to do talks. And then at the last minute, you kind of became aware because I had kind of created a lot of buzz. It was kind of like buzzing around money Twitter a little bit or whatever. And you were like, okay, I'll come and do a talk. And then like I got to know you. And then I announced that you were going to do it, that you were going to do a talk. And so many people that I respected are like low key. Those other speakers are cool, but like carries the real deal out of all of them. Like a dozen people were like, nah, Carrie's the real operator. Like the rest of these people, like some of them even said like low key, some of these other like guests are like garbage. Like Carrie's the real deal. I was like, okay, everybody, it's like everybody keeps saying this. And then I sign you, and now I'm like, nah, Kerry's a real deal, bro. Everybody's low key garbage compared to him. Like your reputation precedes you. That's what it is. It's 100%. It was your reputation. Like everyone kept saying you were the best operator in the game, and then I hire you, and I'm like, he's the best operator in the game. And like I'm not even trying to be hyperbolic or like over exaggerate.
Hey, so I hope you enjoyed that video and loved learning how Io actually has a product worth $6,000 and ended up selling multiple clients to $25,000 offers, and how that is now systemized in his business. So if you want to learn more, please either drop a message on the bottom of this video and I will reply back to you, or check out my website, book a call with me, and I will tell you how you can book $25,000 clients and sell them effortlessly into your business. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.